I'm going to present 10 plugins that I know that I will use in 2025 and beyond. And these are plugins that I have picked up recently. Recently meaning a couple of months ago, or even a year or a year and a half ago, and that I've been using quite a lot. And I've divided it into 3 categories. So I have the category for production, category for mixing, and category for mastering. So I have the whole production process sort of covered. And yeah, so that's it. So without any further ado, let's jump into it. And I hope that you will drop your favorite plugins in the comments as well. Maybe we have some favorites in common, who knows. And yeah, we'll see. Right, so the first thing you can see, I have some background music here. I've pulled a loop out of my library, my Splice library. And let's just enhance this a bit. Let's see if I can get on top here. Let's see. Sorry about this. I'm learning the software. What can I say? Well, you don't need me to be that much in the center of attention. I'll just make me small and make Logic, I guess, bigger. Can we have it like this? We can still have some connection, I guess. Okay, so the first thing that I wanna go through is, okay, so I have some audio here in Logic, and we are starting from scratch. And the first plugin that I want to display is something that I've used just, I don't know, 2 months ago. I started using this because I was, before that, whenever, oh, I'll turn on some more lights. Let's see. There we go. Oh yeah. Some months back, I started, I needed to create music without the MPC. That's the crux of it. And then I have always used Ableton when not for production, when not having the MPC. But someone tipped me. I'll get back to which someone this is. And someone tipped me about some stock samplers in Logic, and I want to show you. Let's see. I'll need to open a MIDI instrument, and for this being the Quick Sampler in Logic. Let's see. Quick Sampler, where are you? A bit. Here we go. The Quick Sampler. The single sample. It's designed for only one sample at a time. And looks like this. Big, bold, and beautiful. And what I like about this sampler is that it's easy. The controls are big, as opposed to many of the more legacy Logic plugins with all these small controls. Remember the what's it called? The drum machine, not the heartbeat. That's the, what's the name of that again? I gotta get my vocab. The Ultra Beat. You remember the Ultra Beat? Have you ever used it? Let me know. I've used it, and I was always fiddling around trying to find the correct button to push because everything is so small. But I guess they've listened to someone like me who likes bigger controls. And what I like about this is the swiftness and the ease of using. So I have here a sample, and I'm just going to play it back. Yeah, I'll find a part that I like, and I can just select it and drag it into the sampler. And if you're trying to reach me now in the chat, I can't see the chat right now. I'm not that proficient in this streaming software, so I will any now and then I will go to the YouTube app or the YouTube website page, and I'll check there and respond. But it's more like just drop a comment if you wanna. if you have something on your mind, or if you can't hear the audio, for example. I'll check in 10 minutes, sort of. Let's see. So I'll just for the ease of it, let's just drop in this one. Here we go. And I'll pull up my keyboard, Command K, and I'll go to Slice, and I want the slice to be with equal divisions. Okay, cool. And now I'll make something nice out of it, I guess. Let's see. Get rid of that one. I'll just have to play along, do some pitching. I think I want 8 slices instead. Let's see. Here we got something. Let's just fine tune them a bit, like so. I think we can start with that at least. Let's see. Let's put on the, let's engage the click, and here we go. I think we'll adjust the tempo a bit. Oops. Just get rid of that. Okay. Let's see. Let's see, my go to 86. Let's see. Something like that. I think I have a loop now. Let's see. Turn off all of these. Let's see. I'll just manually adjust them. I don't like the quantize function. I don't use it. It's just my way of operating, I guess. See. Okay. Let's just loop that one. And here we go. The quick sampler. I like the texture of the sound when it's pitched to 8. I don't know why. I'll just pull it up to 1 I think 102 was nice. Okay, and there's a click button, click sound. Okay, and I'll switch it to mono, and I'll do the experiment a bit with the filters. Maybe take the attack just a slight, so I'm definitely sure that I'm not going to have any clicks. I like the hi-hat, that it's also there. Let's see. This could be a transition or something. Okay. Let's see. Nice. And then I'll go to, let's see, my sample pack. Just to see here. I'll just well, I think I'm satisfied with this. I can always add drums later, and in fact, I got a sample pack that is free. You can download it at subfighting.com/sample pack, or you can go to subfighting.com/stems. It's also there. I'll link it in the description below after I'm done streaming live here. So okay. Anyways, this is not a beat making video, by the way. So I guess I'll just make something out of this at a later point, but I'll just use this as an example with the other plugins. So let's just carry on now. I'll just check if there's any I'll just check if there's any comments in the chat. Let's see, how do I do that? Well, I can later point, but I'll just use this as an example with the other plugins. So let's just carry on now. I'll just check if there's any I'll just check if there's any comments in the chat. Let's see, how do I do that? Well, I can later point, but oh, cool. No comments as of yet. I guess this live stream is a bit obscure. I haven't like promoted it that much, and yeah, so that's the story I'll choose to tell myself now, since there's sort of like crickets in the comments, but that's okay. I'll just have to carry on. Let's see now. Okay, cool. Now I'm on to the next one, and the next one is another instrument type of plugin, and that's the Baby Audio BA1. Looks like this. Let me find it. Here we go. So here we have the BA1, and that's a synthesizer, and it's emulated. It's based on or emulated off of a classic sort of toy synthesizer from the 80s, I guess. Let's hear it. And by the way, if you can't hear my audio or if anything's wrong with the sound, please let me know in the chat as well or in the comments. Let's just try to add some layers here. What I used to do with this is to just experiment. I'll turn this one off right here. Let's see. It has a lot of great presets, but I also like to tweak. I'll find a preset I like and then tweak it, I guess. So neatly laid out these presets are. Let's see, we have the bass, we have the pads. Let's see what we're looking for. Leads, no, not a lead. Let's see, maybe some plucks. After something not that synthy, I think I can find it here. A bit dark. Something like just to fill it in. Let's see. Let's see. Command R and just expand the loop a bit. Let's like so, okay. I'll do it again. Okay. Okay. One more time. Like something like this, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I like the groove of that. Let's see if we can tweak it a bit. Go back to the go back to the synth right here. And just let's see. So a bit more dirty like that, and then what I like about this, it's kind of what you call it. It's kind of gimmicky, but it has this battery power knob fader thing that you can tweak, and it really changes the character of the sound. Dirties it up a bit. I think I can have it here right here. And it has a chorus, it has reverb. It serves a bit of a reverb, drive knob. switch the circuits. Nice tone. I think I want it brightish, but not too bright. Maybe a bit more darkness. So you have really the possibility of fine tuning it here, like. Right, so you have a lot of options there. You have sidechain. And you can also have it sidechain with, for example, who knows, instrument 1. For a special effect like that, but you don't need that much effect, let's say. So it taps into the groove of the other instrument section. Right, okay. So that's the BA1, really shortly explained. I guess I will do a lot more with it in the future. But these are the basic controls. You have a lot of options here. It's packed full of presets. There's a ton of presets here, and it's really fun to experiment with. And I like to use it to just add some variation to my sample-based music. Experiment a bit with the pitch here. Let's see. Where is it? You know what? Since it's a live stream and we're not in a rush, we can always add some bass here as well. Okay? Let's do it. Let's see if I... Cool. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Let's add a bass. See if we can add a bass here. I'll just duplicate. No, I'll make a new one like that. Let's call this main loop, and we'll call this fill in because it's a fill in sound, and then we call this the bass. Now we'll use the BA like this one, and I'll start really simple. 808 forever. Yeah. Why not just make it simple and do 808? Yeah. You see how the battery affects the sound? I think the attack is a bit sharp. Oops. Okay. Uh, okay. See. Oh, okay. Just have to fix something and be back. Yeah, anyways, I'm back. Yeah, so I guess I have recorded a bass, but I'll need to re-record it, and then I promise I will get on with the plugins. 10 of them. And this is plugin number 2, the BA1 synth from Baby Audio. Now let's just okay. I don't know. Let's see. Too complicated. Let's just something like that. this at all. You know what? Sometimes things doesn't work at all. At all. Here we go. Here we have it. Okay. Remove that. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up the bass. Like this. Something like that. Okay. Okay. That's it. Like so. Bit too long. See? Let's open it again. I just wanna do something with the envelope here. I wanna give it a bit more release. Like that. Good. Then a bit slower. just okay, that's the beat as far as I've come now. Um, let's see if no, it's okay. Now, of course, it needs some drums, and you can download my free drum pack. It's 20 kicks, 20 snares, 20 hi-hats, 5 basses, and 5 transitional effects. You can download it at subphatic.com/samples or subphatic.com/stems. It both works for it. So you can do it whenever you want. You'll get an email, and from that email you can download it. So even if you're just on your phone now, you can just download it, and you can always download it later on your computer. Okay, so far so good. Now the final plugin, and this will be the third plugin out of 10, but the final when it comes to the production side of things will be the, let's see where I can find a use for it. I'll duplicate that one, so I'll do it every 8th bar, and that's the Baby Audio Transit. And I've included that in this category because I think it's more of a production effect than it's a mixing effect. You don't use this for mixing per se, but you can use it to add. Of course, you can use it in mixing, but it's I like to use it to add interesting stuff to the production. So let's open this one, the Transit from Baby Audio, and it looks like this. And what's most significant about this plugin, let's see if I can just make it a bit smaller so I can have the session view as well going on. So it's this button right here, because here there's no effect, and then you can automate this knob right here and make a lot of cool stuff. And here again, I'm not a preset guy, but in this particular plugin, I like to browse through presets, and I always find something that I like. Let's try it out. By the way, I've engaged this on the main loop right here. You see it, it's right here. And let's just browse through the presets and see what we get. Right there, I got something that I like. Now I'm going to automate it, and I'll go to the automation lane, and I'm going to hit touch on the channel. I'll just play back and start tweaking. I think I liked this one, but not that exaggerated, just tiny here, and at the end a bit more. Let's drag this like so, and zoom in on it a bit. Let's see. So we'll take that down and we'll remove these. Cool. And if we loop it, and if I do like this, take away these two final here. Wow. Cool. Creates a nice little beat break right there. So that's the transit. And of course, there are plenty of, let's enhance the plugin a bit again. There are a lot of options here. So basically what you can add these modules right here. So you have you have here in this specific setting, we have a filter, a delay, and the OTT, which is sort of like a compressor, a very famous compressor from, I think it's from the serum makers, the OTT compressor. And here we have a lot of different options. You see, we have already used the delay, filter, and OTT, but we have a lot of other stuff here. So we have the spread, the reverb, tremolo, pump. I guess that's sort of like a ducker or something. And a pitch shift, phaser, noise, oscillator, which adds like a synth sort of layer to it. Let's hear. So you even add an oscillator, sort of like on this one, and you can hit the dice just to roll random settings like that. You can clear it, and for example, an auto pan would actually suit this preset a lot. Yeah, that even made it even better. And let's see, add some bit crusher, maybe distortion, flanger. How about that? I think it was too much, but maybe some slight flanging would do the... Yeah, we like that. We like it. Okay. So basically a lot of choices here, and it's really rich on the preset. So here we have Andrew Huang, which is the plugin creator. He's the one who created this plugin. Got a lot of, and it's categorized just as in the other baby audio plugin that we used previously, the BA1. Let's see here. Here we have presets from other artists. Here's more random, but you know, there's a lot to try out here. Really cool. All of these presets, you know, it's just it's like a sandbox feeling. You can use all these presets. You can make your own, of course. And I haven't made any of my own yet. I'm currently, I have enough on my plate, just browsing through the presets. It has all I need, actually. You have all the risers, all the downers. Let's see. You can have risers. I really like that. I've used this plugin and displayed this plugin in the last Splice video I did. You can check it out. I'll link it in the description. Yeah. So basically that's it. Okay. So that's the plug. and it has a lot going for. You can also use it sort of like a send effect. Just put it on a send like this. Send it to maybe a bus or something. Let it go. We're just letting everything go to the stereo out now. You know what I think about that. But oops. Let's see. Transit like that, and we can just clear it. Oops. Let's see. We'll have the bright mode. And here we have the transition control. Okay, so we'll just have some, let's just have some simple reverb. Let's just try that for size and set it to, let's see. Set it to something decent, a bit bright on the tone. Let's see. Wow, you like it? I like it. And of course, you can tweak this or this in order to get more or less mix, sort of. And let's see if we can filter out something right here. Let's see. Let's do no, it's okay. Never mind. Yeah, and then you have the utility, so you can turn up or down gain, pan, it's whatever, wherever. And this is awesome, for example, if you're having different reverbs going to different channels, and you can call it, for example, reverb channel L and reverb channel R, and you don't have to, you can just use it, do it inside the plugin, let the reverb only affect one channel, for example. That's pretty practical. Okay, so that was the production plugins. Now I'll go over to the mixing plugins. And the first mixing plugin out is the Soothe 2 from Oak Sound. And there's no specific use for this plugin right here on this material. But anyways, I'll just engage it no matter what. Soothe 2 is from the Finnish company Oak Sound. And they have really nice plugins. I can't say anything else than that. And what this is, it's a suppressor. It's a suppressor of frequencies. So instead of just turning, it's sort of like an EQ, but it's not an EQ. It's more like a the most close you can come to comparing something conventional is a dynamic equalizer, but it's not that either. It's sort of like, you can use it as a de-esser. You can use it as for taming harsh sounds, but you can also misuse it and create some distortion with it. So let's see what we can do with this loop here. Let's see. Okay. Solo the loop. Of course, this is not the way it was intended to be used. It's more if you have something in your mix that's sharp and piercing, for example. That's the typical way I use this plugin. But you can also use it in the bottom frequencies if you have something nasty going on there and you want to preserve the bass. So the more you pull this red one up, or the yellow one for that matter, and the more you suppress like this. But again, it makes no sense using this. I just had to add it because I've been using it a lot lately, and there's no way that I'm not going to use this plugin in 2025. I guess I will make a separate video just going through this plugin, going through the presets, and just diving a bit deep into this plugin because it's really deep. But we can anyways, let's see, we can see what we can do on the sound design part of things. Let's see. See what happens. Create some interesting effects. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. More for fixing things that are broken and not so much used in the production process. That will be my 2 cents. But I just wanted to show it to you, and also let me know, do you use this one? Let me know in the comments below or in the chat. Okay. Next plugin for mixing. Let me just think. I have a list. Let's see. What does my list say? What does it say? Bear with me now. Bear with me. Oh yeah, the next plugin is also from Baby Audio. You know, I've become, and that's the last one for this whole thing. And this is plugin number 5, I guess. So we had the Quick Sampler, the Stock Logic Pro Quick Sampler. We had the BA1 from Baby Audio with a synthesizer. We've had the Baby Audio Transit. That's number 3. And now we're over to mixing, and we have covered the Oak Sound Soothe 2. And now we are going into plugin number 5, which is also a mixing plugin, and that's the Baby Audio Comeback Kid. And that's a reverb plugin. Let's try this on this fill-in right here. And let's just loop the fill-in. And what I like about this plugin is that it's quite dirty. It's reverb with reverb on a mission. Reverb with some swag to it. Let's just make a send and call this the, what should we call it? The comeback. I always think about Jimmy Carr when I hear the word comeback. I can't help it. Once you've heard it, you can't unhear it. So this is the comeback kid, and also in that on that note, it becomes even more like ew. Anyways, here's how I like to use it. I like to do some generous low cuts, some high cut, but it really depends. But often used in a mixing session. Has a width knob. Has a ducker, and also the crystalline from Baby Audio has this function as well, built-in ducker for having the effect removed out of the way for the instruments, and when the instruments stop playing, for example this audio here, when it stops playing, it turns back up to full volume. It's kind of sweet effect right there. Let's make it, here's the cheap knob. Let's make it cheaper, I guess. And of course, the standard, regulate the timing. What do you know? We've just altered it altogether. Okay, so that was the Baby Audio Comeback Kit. Now comes the last from the mixing plugins, but it's sort of like one more that I'm going to cover. And this one hasn't been talked that much about. I know that Baby Audio is kind of like in vogue or something, but here comes a plugin, and let's apply that to the main loop as well. Just solo the transit for a moment. That's the transit. I'll call it transit send. Okay, now I'll make another bus, and I'll call this one the taped spaces. And you guessed it, the half light. Let's see, the half light taped spaces. Here we go. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Large knobs. You know, I can't resist a large knob. And I always use the lift setting, almost always, but you can you have other settings that are way more vibey, and I don't know. I really like this plugin. I am not going to stop using this. I've made a review video of this plugin. You can check it out. I'll link to it in the description as well. Just taking note of that in the back of my head, and feel free to remind me in the chat if I forget it. Okay, so this is a really simple layout. You have the low cut, the high cut, the length, and the length is like proportional to it's not what do you call it? It's not chronological, so you really have to just it's not comparable to other reverb plugins. They use another what's it called, matrix for, or algorithm for determining the length of the reverb. So you just have to experiment, and this calls for more experimentation also, and listening without thinking so much about the numbers. They even have, if you press here, they even have display parameter values. You can turn those off like this. Now you can't display any. Now you'll just tweak to with air and also visually, but you don't get caught up in the numbers. I like that. So let's try this plugin out on the main loop. Okay, let's see. Oh. Let's try other setting here. It's like a piano, the reverb that you get in a piano. Let's see here. And there's different lengths for the different sort of vibes or colors. Really good for sound design. Imagine having this effect. Wow. You know what? I'm going to use this as I'm going to use this as to automate like this. Let's see. Automate it, and oh, I'll just do like this, and then I'll do it manually. Okay, I'll just write it in. I'll do it at the end of the 8-bar loop. Here, approximately. No, not here. I'll drag it over here instead, I think. Just want to capture that piano high note. Take away this one. Okay, I like that. So that's the taped spaces. Now over to mastering. So we have covered production tools such as the Quick Sampler in Logic, the Baby Audio BA1 synthesizer, the Baby Audio Transit, and then we have covered mixing plugins such as the Soothe 2 from Oak Sound. We've covered the what was it again? Oh my gosh, the Baby Audio Comeback Kit. We've covered the we've covered the Half-Light taped spaces. That's what's the 6th. And then comes mastering plugins. And the first one is the SSL Bus Comp 2. I bought this one on sale when it was $29. It's a lot more. I think it's $199 or something. It's really expensive. So let's see. I have it here. And I often use this on drums and also on the master bus. And I'll just check if I have some samples. I'll just drag in really simple a drum. We'll just drag it in like an audio file like that, and a snare, just to get the point across. We'll use that one, and of course these are all downloadable, and these are all downloadable subphotic.com/samplepack or subphotic.com/stems. I'll link to it in the description below. You can get these if you want to. It's not the stem splitter now, baby. Let's see. Okay. Okay, now we have some drums. And now we can start with the SSL. Let's see. like it. It's really simple, pretty straightforward. It's all the standard classical SSL G-Bus compressor settings. What I like about it is it has a 4x of oversampling, which sort of removes some of the nasty stuff up in the higher frequencies that you can have when having plugins without the oversampling. But you should really use your ears, and you can also induce some nasty artifacts using it. So it really, you just have to turn it on and off and see. And now I didn't hear any artifacts, but I've just engaged it nonetheless. It creates a bit more latency, but that's okay, I guess. Okay. You have the in, the out button, and you have the mix, wet, dry control, and a high pass filter, which leaves out the bass from the compression triggers, and a makeup gain, and attack and release, and all the standard controls. Okay, so that's the bus compressor 2. Now comes a plugin that is, I consider one of my favorites, all-time favorite plugins, and that's the Bliss. They say that ignorance is bliss, but when you learn about this, I don't think you can call yourself ignorant anymore. This is from Kush Audio, the UBK guy, which releases a lot of great plugins. You can go to houseofkush.com and see what's on offer. I think they have some sale right now. And they also have a subscription model. This is actually 3 plugins in one plugin. It's sort of like a channel strip, you can say, suited for mixed bus processing and mastering. It's not this one or the Bliss is mastering plugins per se, because you don't have the for example, you don't have the per channel parameters. You can't only affect one channel, you have to affect both at the same time, for example. So maybe the massive passive for Manly is more suited like EQ wise, or the dangerous audio stuff, or maybe when it comes to compression, maybe the Shadow Hills mastering compressor, because there you can tweak both channels differently. You can have slightly differences and mid-side functions as well, but here you don't have that ability. But you can have a lot of cool character. The EQs sounds wonderful. I'll just tweak them a bit. These are the EQs, these are the lows, these are the highs, and I'll make it even bigger, I think. No, I don't need to. I don't know how. Yes, I know how, but I'm a bit tired now. Okay, listen up. The EQ's here. Here's the EQ. Here's the saturation section, and down here's the bus compression section. Let's just tweak the EQ first. Oops. listen with and without. Okay, and now we can go to the saturation section. What I like about this is that you can dial in the saturation that you like, and then you can dial the mix knob to get it more conservative without it being too overwhelming. And you can really fine tune this by using this wet dry knob right here, the blend knob, and this knob right here. So that's what I like. And you can also set the input and the output to get even more saturation going on if you wanna. Anyhow, just be careful. Okay, and now comes the compression settings. I typically find myself using the fast setting, but for this specific beat, it's a bit slower moving. So let's see what works. When it's set to fast mode, it really just devours the transients. And it depends if I have done the SSL before with a really slow attack to preserve the transients. I can knock them a bit down again now, or vice versa, of course. But let's just listen. So you hear the difference when I have this exaggerated setting. You hear that the transients is a bit it's lost sort of. But let's just back down. So it really depends on how punchy you want your drums to be. Maybe you want them to be really punchy, so you have it on the slow. But if you want to back down a bit on the punch, you can make it faster. If they're too clicky, maybe fast will do. But for this instance, I think slow was most suitable, and I'll back down a bit on the threshold. I just want the meter to barely be moved. I don't want it to be overcompressed, at least not in this stage. But this is also just for demonstration. Now the next plugin that I will cover now, this is a real mastering plugin, and it's called the Gold Clip by Schwabe Digital. I made a review of that as well. You can check it out. I'll link it down in the description below, as I always say now in this specific video right here, the Gold Clip. And unfortunately, my license has run out. They were so generous as to give me a 6-month license, and I've used it a lot. I've really, you see, it's gone. But I sort of feel like if you're watching now, Schwabe Digital, I sort of think that it would be really great if I could have this plugin for free, or else I would have to save up to buy it because I need it. I need it. Can't you show me the layout at least? Why not? Come on, man. It won't show. That's how it is. So come on, Schwabe Digital, if you want me to, come on. I'll say good things about it. No, I'm just kidding. The Gold Clip is basically a clipper, but what I like about it is that it has a compressor that is really, I don't know what it is actually. It's like it it lifts the mix sort of. It doesn't clamp down on it. It's sort of like it feels like an upward compressor, but it's really intelligently made. So I've never heard a compressor working like the one on the gold clip, and it has some controls for subtly reducing the high end clashes or artifacts that occurs when using a clipper. But for now, in lack of the gold clip, I resort to my go-to, the classic clipper, which is this one. It's nice. I like it. You can have it for free at sometimes at some occasions when they have campaigns. They always let this go for free, but it's $50, so it's a bit cheaper. But it doesn't have that level of control that you have on the gold clip. And there are a lot of other alternatives, and I bet you can drop me some recommendations in the comments below, because this is the world of clippers has really evolved, and it's really neat. But I was hoping to show you the plugin at least, but I guess that in the remake of this video, if I find myself the time to edit this video and release it as a standalone video, I guess I will include some pictures of it at least, but no audio examples for now. The last plugin, and this is also of course a mastering plugin, this is the Isotope Maximizer, the Ozone Maximizer from Isotope, and I'm talking about the Isotope Ozone 11 Maximizer. Let me show you. Let's see. And this being the last plugin, I want you to write to me in the comments or the chat. What is your favorite, or what are your favorite plugins right now, and which plugins do you know that you're going to use in 2025? Drop a comment below. So here we have the Maximizer, and what I like about this is how transparent it is, how little it does to affect the source material negatively. And I also use the Pro L2 from FabFilter, and when I've used those two side by side, I noticed that this is a lot more transparent than the L2. And in fact, I'll make a video later on demonstrating this claim and proving it, because especially on certain sources, for example, on vocals only, and I noticed that when I wash up my own recordings like this in Logic, I often notice that my voice sounds a lot cleaner when using this plugin right here. And I also notice it, of course, when I'm doing mastering. I prefer this over the Pro L2, and I'll run some back to back with those. They have a lot of settings, just like Pro L. No, I will drag that up now. But these intelligent release controls are classics, and they have a lot of them now. And what I find myself using the most is the modern, or the transient, or maybe even the crisp. That's the ones I find myself using the most. And then you have the output level, which I tend to set to -1 when it's in the mastering session. And there's an upward compression setting that will lift all the quietest sounds of a mix. And there's a soft clip. This one I use with caution because it really affects the audio signal. It can introduce some distortion that might be likable, but at the same time not, maybe. So this is to be used with caution. And then you have the transient emphasis. If you feel that your transients are being a bit squished in the process, squeezed in the process, you can use this to gain back some of the transients. So that's pretty nice. Let's just try it out. With little to no gain reduction, we've increased the volume here up until 10, 11 of LUFS, and I think that's the moderate version LUFS. That's the average, I think, on this one. I always use Insight for this. Let's just pull up the Insight plugin. This is just this is the bonus, I guess. The Insight. Let's see here. Here we go. So you see, I have used these 10 plugins here, and I haven't used anything else. And this is the result. Let me know in the comments what you think, and let me also know what other topics do you want me to cover in future live streams like this. I guess in 2025 I'm going to do a lot of live streams. This is my 4th time streaming live, and I know that I have a lot to reach up with when I watch other creators do live streams, because they're much more professional, I guess, than me. But I think it's really fun, and when I see stuff going on in the chat, it's like it gives me a lot of energy. I don't know yet now if there's anybody, if anybody has said anything in the chat, but let me just check right now before I sign off. Let me see. So let's see if there's any. Here we have some notifications and so on and so forth. Anyways, I guess I would have to maybe update or something. You know, let's see. Top chat. I have a like. Wow, that's so nice. Thank you so much. And I don't know. What about you? What do you think? This is the real me. This is how I sound in real life, unedited, unplugged, or what you call it. So I guess I had fun. I don't know about you. Maybe next time I will try to compress it a bit more time-wise. Maybe have prepared some pre-made beat maybe. But now I just made a beat from scratch on the live, on the set. So, but I don't know. Did you hear it? Who knows? Let's see. Let's just enhance me, shall we? I don't even know how to set this up correctly. I'll just make that small and make me big, like that, and like that. so that you can see the complete Subphotic. Ole Petter Myhren, subphotic.com. Thank you so much for watching this live. I really appreciate you having you here live with me, and it's almost magical to think of. And if you want to see more live streams of me, the recordings are all there. And make sure to jump into the description of this video, because there are a lot of relevant links there. And don't forget to download also the don't forget to download the sample pack that I've used in this video. It's subphotic.com/sample pack.